Hello, everybody. Welcome to Captain of Industry Update 1. New content and improved graphics. All right, but now let's not be confused by this Update 1 thing, because what they're saying is that this is the first update since the release on Steam. If you look down on the lower right-hand corner here, it says version update 1 version or V 0.5.1.a. So 0.5.0 came out, and there's a ton of changes that they've done. A lot of good stuff. If you go, you can go to their website and or go in game. You know, if you're playing the game, you already know about this. So here's 0.5.0, and they added a ton of stuff to the game. So they're calling the version 404 or 040 was the early access release to Steam. So that's why they're calling this update 1. It's the first update since release, early access release. And I think it's a little misleading. I think it's just to generate hype and stuff, but you know, if you're playing the game, you'll know what it means, right? And so if you're new to the game, this won't matter to you. If you've played the game, you already know this is out, right? So we're not going to go over the patch notes, but there's a lot of good stuff. They added a fort. Now, if you haven't played the game, if you have the game and you haven't played it in a while, and you're like, oh, 050, whatever. Well, there's a lot of good stuff. They got a forestry now. So my assumption is they got rid of the island that had wood on it, and you would have to bring that in. They have quartz changes, new machines and buildings, some level 2 machines, some changes to hydrogen, which I'm going to really like, I hope. And nuclear power has changed, and a bunch of other things. Trucks have been updated. Oh my god, there's a lot of good stuff, and we'll get into that. I'll point out all the good stuff that we're going to get into. I already have a save preloaded to save time on the episode here. I'm tweaking this. I've tweaked the settings, and okay, I will be referring to myself as Captain Ghost, unless I get demoted in this series, which I'm not going to. At least I don't think I am. I made the settings a little easier, and the reason for that is because this is going to be a hybrid series where I'm going to stream as well as do episodes, and I'm going to see how this goes, and I may switch to this format because I want to be able to stream the games that I'm also doing episodes for, to get some community involvement, you know, and people to, you know, come around and talk about the games I'm playing. And the streams will be, I'm not sure what the frequency is going to be until I start playing, so I don't have any hard and fast rules and stuff. And I want to talk about this while this game loads here. I'm gonna do an initial episode here to present this, and I'll be streaming the mundane stuff and maybe some building, some theory crafting and whatnot, you know, running research, you know, things like that. And then I'll do episodes, and I'll have something planned for that. And I'm just going to shoot from the hip from it. It's really tough to plan these things sometimes, you know, especially building games. You know, things come up. You're going to, you know, you got to work on this, got to work on that. We are playing on the Ringland, I think, or something. I think it's called Ringland. And this is a really cool map. I didn't realize how fun this would be. This has got one of the biggest areas in the game, you know, out of all the maps they have. And I should have went to the startup screen. You know, we could have looked at these maps, but here is the layers. And what's really interesting about this one is this huge oil patch in the middle that we have to island build to in order to get this oil. And we do have oil here, though. Got a lot of sand. We got limestone. We've got copper, water, coal, more water. There's iron here. We have a new resource called quartz on the island before we'd have to get a boat, you know, a cargo ship to bring it in. So we have that. And here's some sand here. We have iron, copper, more limestone and coal, and also the gold, you know, which isn't much. And one of the things that has changed is we have now some tutorial stuff here, which I wanted to do because I think it's fun. And if you're a new player or if you're considering buying the game, you want to definitely have this on. To finish off the series and how it's going to run is I'm going to do episodes as needed, and I'm going to stream long sections of time. So, you know, getting through the grindy stuff, you know, whatever, you know. I don't know about, you know, like exploring in the map and stuff, so we'll have to see how that goes. Like I said, I'm shooting from the hip on this whole thing, so we'll see. But yeah, it's a test. Okay, now, when you start the game, you get a tutorial pop up like this, bonk, and it will pause the game. And if you're new, you definitely want to, you know, get your brain in on this stuff here, because this is where all the information is. And if anything, yeah, you know, spend some time reading it. You may not understand it, and then you have to refer back to this to, you know, get some information. We get the welcome captain up here, so we're going to close that. Then the game will start to play. Well, hit spacebar right away, because you don't want your game running, depending on which settings you're playing on. If you're a seasoned player, you probably know this, but you want to be on slow speed and pause often and frequently, because if you're playing on Admiral or even Captain settings, you're always on the clock. Your resources are always ticking, and this game doesn't. Once you hit start, this game never stops. You turn it on, and your maintenance is always chewing away at your resources. You know, maintenance, which is over here, it's 0 right now, but it will be, you know, higher. If you know this game, if you don't know this game, the one thing you need to know is this maintenance right here is always going. Now, what I would say this game is, I come up with an analogy here. I had a different one, but I thought about it. This game is Satisfactory and Oxygen Not Included had a baby, and this is the game that came out. Because we have like a 3D, you know, now Factorio and Satisfactory are similar, but Factorio is, you know, 2-dimensional, but it looks 3D, whereas Satisfactory is a 3-dimensional game. Now, Satisfactory and this game are both 3-dimensional. However, on Oni, you have a limited area you can play around in, and you can't interact with your inventory. The only way to interact with inventory is through trucks. And in Oni, it's the same way. You have your little duplicates running around, right? So your trucks are duplicates in this case, and Satisfactory elements are, you know, obviously the building and ratios and things like that. So, and, you know, and like I said, you have a limited space to build in. This is it. You have all this space, and this is a good amount of space, man. I like this map a lot. So that's kind of how I would explain this game. Is it's Satisfactory and Oxygen Not Included had a baby. All right, the first thing we want to do is start recycling on our abandoned communication station, which I'm going to rename the Ghost Station. We're going to call it Ghost Station here. All right, second thing you want to do, go up to your truck icon here, click off that damn checkbox. We do not want partially loaded trucks. No, we do not. Okay. And the third thing you want to do is keep empty. So click on your shipyard and click on keep empty. You want this thing, you don't want materials going to this thing if you can avoid it. And what I'm going to do is call this the Ghost Yard. There we go. And we're going to call this the Ghost Ship. Oops. Ghost Ship. It'll cap it out. So there we go. And they're both damaged. We have to repair them. If you zoom in, you see we got holes in the roof and bent crap and debris. The tanks are looking pretty bad there. Yeah, they look okay. We got some debris here. The dock. Look at the dock's all busted up here. Oh, wow. Our ship took damage, so that's why we're on this island. We have to fix it. Although it looks okay. You know, it doesn't look damaged. Too bad. But, it doesn't look damaged, but you can see that we have quite a bit. You know, we're below 50% there. Okay. So those are the 3 things you want to do right away. Is check the, cargo, keep empty. You want to do the recycling on the station, and then check this little box right there, and make sure your trucks aren't driving one thing around, because that is important. Now, we have some tasks here that we're going to get started off with. So this is going to be episode 1. And if I stream this, say the next thing is I stream, it'll be called ST2. And if I do an episode after that, it'll be EP3. Okay, so it'll be, the numbering will be different. You know, it'll be 1, 2, 3. It'll be in sequential. But you'll know it's a stream because I'll have an ST. And you'll know it's an episode because it'll be EP. And that's kind of how I'm going to do that. Now, okay. So the first thing we got to do, well, one of the things we got to do is we got to assign 2 trucks to this tree harvester. Now, I'm going to unassign 1 truck because we only have 6 after that. So it's kind of pointless to assign 2 when we only have a total of 8. But so I'm going to hit pause and spacebar to pause, unpause, right? And notice how that's all completed there. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to unassign one of the trucks. I don't need 2 trucks. Okay. And now the first thing I want to do with that little guy there is we're going to get rid of these 4 trees right here because I need to get room for a farm. So we're going to start that up. So there we go. We'll hit pause and it should start harvesting the trees. We'll let that run. Now we're going to build a coal maker and we're going to come over here by our iron. And the coal maker is under metallurgy and smelting, coal maker. And we're going to go like right. Yeah, we'll go over here, I guess. It doesn't really matter where it goes because we're going to be ripping this out as soon as we get mining coal. And there it is. And one of the things that they want you to do is put a smokestack on there. So we go to waste management. The only thing we have here is smokestack. One of the things I noticed, I don't know when they put this in, but they have little yellow dots where there's new items. They must have listened to me because I was like, man, they should put a dot on here so I know I have a new thing, you know. Okay, so that's going to build, actually. And now we have, let's see here. Oh, we've got all that stuff. Build coal maker and connect to smokestack. Now we need to do the blast furnace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the game. And you want to get in the habit of doing this. And if you click on the, like a truck or even this thing right here, the tree harvester, notice the maintenance on the bottom there. It says it needs 2.4 every 60 seconds. But look at the bar above it, 294/96, 306%. When you start a new game, they give you a buffer of maintenance, free maintenance. So that gives you time to set up your maintenance depot. All right. So if you're playing on tougher settings like Admiral or even Captain, maintenance is a real pain in the butt. Okay. So you definitely want to, save on maintenance. You want to pause a lot, get your building done. You don't want your factory or your colony running just for no reason, right? If you're trying to plan or you're building something, pause the game. Highly recommend that. The pause feature that's the reason for the pause feature is to save your butt. Okay. Now, in our thing I should mention here, we've got the materials here to help us get started up. And we don't have iron plate and we don't have bricks. That's where we're going to get this from our station here. So we'll be getting raw materials from this to get started up. And then we'll get our iron cooking here. So That's our next project. So let's get this going. We're going to need a blast furnace. And we'll just plop this down here. And now we're going to go with our... let's get a smokestack on here so we have that referenced there. And eventually we'll be able to reduce our pollution from all these, you know, areas that generate fumes. But right now we just have to vent it, so that's fine. But we'll get into that later. All right, now we need this molten channel, and we're gonna go out 1, click, 1, 2, 3, click, up 1, temporarily up 1. I want to say it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's it. Gosh darn it. When I click that one time, it always throws me off. All right, let's see how this goes. Metal caster there. If you press shift and click, it'll keep it in your... Oh, hold on. I forgot to do this. There. Okay. We'll get rid of that. Okay, there we go. That one. And that one. Now it's good. Okay, yeah, I went too far on that one. Okay, so now we have the recipe. There's only one. It's scrap iron, coal, and molten iron. Oh, now, if you're a new player, you just started the game, you want to click this box here, and it's global. It affects all the machines, but bear in mind that it's sometimes helpful to have the show 60-second baseline off. Here, see, now notice this is 40 seconds, and this is 20. This is where it's helpful to have it, because it'll normalize everything now. So this is 24 molten iron every 60 seconds, and this takes 12. So that's how you can, you know, obviously in your head do the ratios, which is good. Now there are some things that it makes sense to take the 60-second off, because then you see what the actual output is at that time, you know, for that craft time. And it may screw you up if you have the 60-second thing on. Okay, so that's our iron stuff. Let's go ahead and unpause the game real quick, and let those guys build, let our trucks bring the materials for that. Now, let's go ahead and housing and buildings. We'll get a research lab here, and I'm gonna build this sucker out right here, and I'm gonna go in line with this area, and then I'm gonna go over here like that. I want 4 of these. Now, just to keep myself from screwing up, I'm going to grab a pipe, and you'll see that I'm colliding there, but I'm not colliding there. So let's go over like that. And I'm going to pause it because I don't want this built. And then I'm going to go to our research lab. I'm going to, it's already flipped around, and I want to make sure that I'm 1 tile away from the other lab. There you go. Okay. And this pipe is, you know, what I use as a reference. So we're going to get rid of that. And then we're going to unpause. Now, I want to do 4 because I want to get through the research quick. And we have our population at a certain point where we could do this, because each lab takes 4 people. So we have 16 people and 1 unity to run the labs. Now we're going to start a new research. They're already going to tell us to do basic farming. And then we're going to do, I'm going to do this tools one. This allows you to copy, cut, copy settings, and pause and upgrade and all that good stuff in planning mode, which is what I want. So really, I want that first, and then we'll do construction components. They're going to ask us for that as well. This will allow us to get a manual assembly machine. It doesn't require power, but it's really slow. And we'll be able to do construction components, mechanical parts, and electronics with this research here. Going back to the farming, we'll get a farm, and we'll be able to make potatoes at first. So that's what we're going to do there. And then they're going to want us to do a trading dock, so we might as well knock that out too. We get the trading dock and unit storage. So those are all the ones we're going to have to do. They're going to come up. Oh, one of the things you could do as well, show locked items under this gear wheel, and you'll see kind of what you have, what's coming. And I like to have that on because I don't need to be secret. Why are we being secretive here, man? Just tell me what you want. Okay, there goes our labs. We're good to go. Now, the reason I'm doing this is we're going to basically semi-automate the labs because eventually we're going to have to feed them with some lab instruments. And the first two research items are really simple to do. They're not really crazy. And we can knock them out doing semi-automated, trucks delivering to cases and, all that stuff. And then we're going to get recycling, and the recycling comes out of the back. So we'll be able to export out from the back of our labs and recover some resources. There we go. All right, it looks like okay, now we got to produce iron. And we're waiting for the scrap in here. Oh, here's the coal. Is that coal? No, that's coal. There we go. Basic farming is done. Okay. Wait for the first harvest of potatoes. Okay, we got to build a farm. All right, there we go. Okay, we got our scrap. We got our coal. And now we're going to... Oh, and another thing is we're going to have a slag output from here. So we'll have to have a thing for it. Catch it, and then we'll have to get rid of it eventually. But slag is a resource that we can use for other things. All right, runs once. Now we got... we need 12, but it's actually not 12. So if we click on this, it's actually 8. So it's 4 and 4. Okay, get out of there. All right, there we go. So this is our first iron. There we go. And there we go. We got it. Now, when you complete a task, it will give you a reward. And you just go ahead and click on collect, and everything is all good. Okay, tools are unlocked, so that's popped up down here, lower left. So now I can copy things by clicking on them, or you can drag to copy, which is really nice. And we have this thing called planning mode. Now, planning mode has changed, and I don't like what they've done with it. Oh, we need to get a waste collector on our thing here, on our colony. I am going to put the waste collection on this side here. Oh, yeah, here. Okay, now, planning mode is right here. And you can actually turn it off from here, too. So you turn it on, turn it off. It used to have, like, a little pause icon on it. And it's no longer. I really don't like that. Because I can't tell. Like, that gray is sometimes difficult to see. And I'm thinking it's going to build it, because it used to have a pause little icon on it. I don't know why they did away with that, so you have to click that. And now it's blue, and meaning it's going to be built. So I'm not going to use the planning mode right now. I'll use the pause mode of the game and all that. So we'll get that built, and that's a part of one of these. I don't know. Here it is right here. And then, okay, let's go designate a dump site. Where am I? Here I am. I'm going to pause it for this. And, you know what? We got to get some trees harvested here. So let's go over here. Trading dock. Okay, cool. And we're going to get rid of all these trees here. And we'll get rid of all these trees here like that. This will give us more room to build in this area here. Yeah, we got 5 more components. There we go. And now it's going to build it. I want to see what kind of waste we have in here, and then I'll pause it. Yeah, nothing. Oh, no, we have 22. Okay, good. Training dock is done, so we'll get rid of that, and we'll get into this stuff. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing, and I'll explain it all. All right, so if we press L, we get our layers of our resources here. And you can see that, if we go straight out, we can, kind of go out and then curve in, or we can go straight out and gain access to this, oil slick out here, whatever you want to call it. And so we're going to click on this dumping designation here. This is the only one we have. It is angled up, so we want to press F for flat. Now, eventually, I'm going to do grass here or soil, but we just want to get this started out, so we'll do that for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down a level, and I should do this now, actually. Yeah, let's do this now. We're going to go, whoops. Come on. There we go. I'm going to go down 1 by going Q. And because we're at +3 from the sea level here. And what this will allow me to eventually put soil here. And you have to be kind of careful with this section here. The trucks may not be able to get out to this because it might be a flat surface. And so I'm going to try F. And I'm going to do that. And that, oh, that's not going to work. Well, okay, let's just go back to there. Now, for some reason, it changes this. I don't know why. Okay, we're going to go 2. Yeah. So we'll just fix that. Okay. And what this is going to allow me to do is instead of having to dig everything up, all you need is one layer of dirt, and you can farm on it. So I want to have farming. All my land that I build is going to have be able to be farmable, and I don't want. And it looks prettier too. It looks better. Okay, let's turn the layers off. All right, now let's. Oh, we need to build. Okay, designate. Let's unpause. Okay, there we go. So now we have that done, and we need to build the farm. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, if you look at these ports, this port here is square. That means it's a flat. It accepts a flat belt. And this was it 6-sided? Kind of 6-sided. This is a different. That's the loose belt. The loose belt will accept potatoes, and we're going to be building, farming potatoes at first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this pipe, and I'm going to go from here to here as a reference point. And then I'm going to grab the farm, and you'll notice that it's the output is on the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to press F to flip. It's basically a mirror tool. I love this thing. And you'll see that we have potatoes you can barely see it, but there's a potato icon right on this input here. And I have to shift click it. Oh, wait. What the heck? Come on. Why are you not going? What's in the way? Whoop. What? What are you doing? There. I don't know why it wasn't placing. Okay, that's right. Yeah, good. And then we're going to take the this decon tool, shift click, and you'll see that this is the output for the potatoes as well. Now, if we go on transports and pipe, it doesn't come up. That sucks. I thought it would, but whatever. Okay, that's fine. So that's ready to go. So we have our farm in, and then all we got to do is wait for the first harvest, and we have that done. Oh, I thought I had it paused. Okay, we don't. That's fine. I must have hit unpause or something. Now we have to build a assembly level 1, and this is a really nice big area that we can build in here. So I like that. This is eventually going to be going bye-bye. And in the meantime, though, we have to go into General Machines and Assembly Manual. And I want to give myself a room. I don't want to build in front of this because, it's going to take a little while to get rid of that. So let's go. I guess we could go here. And we're going to set this up for construction parts here. Now, you can build more than one item in this machine, but I don't. It's kind of tricky because if you have to output these items, they won't consume. So if you've ever played Factory Town, you can do multiple recipes within a machine. The ratios may not be right, but you can do it, right? So one machine does multiple recipes, and it'll consume the recipe. If it needs like sugar, if you're making a cake or something in Factory Town, you need sugar, flour, and all that. You can make the sugar, the flour. If all the items can be made in one machine, you can do it. It may not be efficient, but it'll be done. In this game, it won't do that. It doesn't take an item that you make in the machine and consume it. You have to export it and then re-import it, which is, I don't understand that. But And so the other thing is, there we go, we got the dump waste. So we collect that. We got 40 and 40 bricks and construction components. So what you have to do is you have to export out of one of these ports, and you have to filter it out. But the problem is that if you're not using an item, it's going to back up the machine. So I don't understand why they do it that way. There are some uses for doing that, but it's very rare. So I don't understand what the whole point of that is. All right, now we're waiting for potatoes, and we're waiting for the construction parts to be built within here. And okay, so now we got to do a trading dock, and that is under here, under cargo docks and trading dock. And we're going to shove this baby over here. The dock itself faces out. It has to be in the water. There we go. And we'll place this as far as we can over and back. Actually, I'd like it to have it front. There we go. Right about there. Perfect. Okay. And this trading dock, you want to click on the keep empty checkbox on this one as well, just like we did for this, because the items will be in there and the trucks will, we'll eventually get over there. No, you want it out. Get it out of there. Even if it puts it in here. But if there's no room or no purpose for it, it'll sit there, and then the trucks will just scoop it up, eventually. And it's 100 wood for that. Now they want us to, I think, to do a unit storage for wood. And so we got the trading dock is placed. So let's go ahead. And and they want us to do eventually another, there we go. Produce construction parts. So we got wood and parts, but I'm not going to collect that just yet because I want to put the storage unit down here. And I'm going to put this right back here. I want enough room. And we're going to assign this to wood. And what's going to happen, they're going to build this. Then I'll collect the wood and it'll go in here, and hopefully we'll get this wood storage unit completed at the same time. So we're gonna wait for that to get built there, and So let's see what we got. I don't know. It doesn't give you a progress bar on this, which is kind of annoying. Oh, it's waiting for rain right now. Yeah, it sucks. So I didn't build on the water table. Which is it was way over here. Eventually we'll get irrigated farms. There we go. Oh, what's this now? And I'll be piping water over, and the water input is on the back side of it. Okay, what do we got? Something changed. Okay, there's our storage. Now we'll collect, and boom, we got it. And build the trading dock is still going. Okay, we got 20 wood there. So now they're going to bring the wood over, and that'll continue on. All right, now they want us to build another assembly manual to produce more mechanical parts now. And research power and maintenance. So let's go ahead and do that. Power and maintenance, start research. There we go. Okay, and here's rain. Okay, there we go. So here's our soil water level on this thing. We'll get more into this as we go, but this will kick on our potatoes now finally. And the fertility, don't worry about that right now. We'll get into that later as well. For now, it's fixed and it's good. Okay, so let's do the mechanical parts. This is why I wanted to unlock the copy stuff. They should tell you to do that. So all I gotta do is copy that and place it, and it's has the recipe and everything in there. So why they don't tell you to unlock the copy paste tools is beyond me. That's the most helpful thing in the world. Power maintenance is done. There we go. And now, we need to build a diesel generator and stuff. Build the trading dock is still going, waiting for potatoes. Okay. All right, so that's just waiting on our little thing. Okay, we're gonna build. Now we have power production here, and we have a diesel generator. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this nice and close to our dock, because the trucks are going to hand deliver the diesel fuel to this diesel generator until we get some automation. We need pipes and all that, and we'll be doing diesel fuel and all that. So this will be our power for a little while at least, until we get coal power. So that is this one here. Power production diesel generator. Build a maintenance depot, basic, and purchase bricks for wood. Okay, now we are... Okay, good. This is done here. And boom, there we go. And now what we're going to do is click on the trade with a village, and it brings us to the world map here. We click on this settlement here, and here is our purchase. Now, for what is this? Why? Oh, we don't have enough logs. Okay, so we'll have to skip that for now. What'll happen is we'll get 20 logs in this thing here. Right now, they're delivering here as well, so we'll have to wait on that one there. That's fine. Okay. And we're still waiting on our potatoes. Harvest now. Okay. I never had to click that button. All right. Build a maintenance depot. Basic. And we'll go ahead. And here is under buildings. There's maintenance depot basic. We're going to go right over here with that. And this requires just 40 mechanical or construction parts there. And oh, we got our potatoes. So we got 30 potatoes. Now what's going to happen is they're going to go into this thing. So we got 185 and bam, 215. There we go. And we got whatever bricks or whatever with that too. That's down to 15% down there. Okay. Now if we click on our trucks, you notice that we're at 281% maintenance. We're at 0 here because we don't have any maintenance being produced. All the maintenance has been, you know, preloaded into the trucks and all that. Okay, now that's going. We don't have any wood because these are producing, they're consuming our wood right now, which is fine. We can get that later. Okay, now we got to build another manual, assembly manual to produce the mechanical parts. So we're going to go, we're just going to click down here, and then we're going to flip that baby around. And I guess we can go, we'll kind of go in line with this storage back here. Now, when it comes to maintenance, you want to have dedicated buildings for it for now. Eventually, we'll do like a belt-based kind of situation. And so we want to do mechanical parts there. Now, I think we have mechanicals. Yeah, we have 72 here. That's not a lot, so that's why we got to do that first. And we got to produce maintenance. What's going to happen is we're going to take these electronic parts and our mechanical parts that we're producing here. They're going to deliver them to the maintenance depot. And there we go. We have it already. Oh, you know what it did? It took it from the dock anyway. Okay, so that's fine. So now notice our maintenance is 6 and now 11%. It's in the red. It's going to warn you if it drops to a certain degree or a certain percentage. And that's when you pause the game. Hey, look at that. We got maintenance now. So we got electronics and more mechanical parts. So we're going to collect that. And we don't have our wood yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to speed this up. And hopefully we'll get, where's our trucks? Okay. Now this is why they want you to have 2 trucks with the wood. But I don't care, you know, I don't want my trucks being, you know, clogged up with the wood production there. Okay, so once we get the wood, we'll be able to complete that task there. So let's see here. Okay, they're still working on this crap here. I hope it doesn't go to 20. We got 166 in there, so I don't know why that's taking so long here. While we're at it, let's do some research here while we can. We'll research the beacon, and this will allow us to get people and a little bit of resources too, which is really nice. And this is a good way to get your population up quick, and if you have problems, you can do the beacon. I think in the past, what it's done is it'll stop and you'll no longer need the beacon because you can't get any more people in. And I think we'll do the bricks. Oh, vehicle mining. Let's get that done, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that when it's over there. But this is going to be done quick because I'm on fast speed and I got 4 labs. So, because we want to get this research done quick and, you know, all that. Okay, there we go. So now we have the beacon. And that should go in under buildings. There it is. We won't. I'm not going to build it yet. We don't need it yet. We have 16 workers, and we have a natural population increase as well. All right, now what do we got here? Why is this wood taking so long? Okay, that's all done now. So we should be able to get our wood up. Oh, that's research. Okay, we got plenty of wood marked. There's our vehicles and mining. And new products. Yeah, okay, cool. So now what this did is we have iron ore now. Now, this is a priority system here. We have another recipe here. We want, if we get scrap from any process, whatever it is, we want to process that before the iron ore in this thing here. So, and it gets all mixed in anyway, you know. But we want the scrap processed first. And this also produces slag. So we don't have the storage available yet, but we will for loose storage. In fact, I think that is... wait, where is that at? Here. No, that's not it. That's not it. Here it is, up here. Let's go ahead and do the brick production. And then we'll do the storage. And we'll get those two rocking. Might as well. And basic diesel. We'll queue that up as well. Okay, we'll get that going. So this will allow us to make bricks from dirt. And that's what you have to do in the beginning. And then eventually we'll phase that out. This one allows us to do loose storage. We have 4 tiers of loose storage and general storage. And then the basic diesel here allows us to do a basic distiller, oil pump, liquid pump, or dump, and fluid storage. So we want that too. There's our bricks production there. Oh, and then we got a water catcher now. Cool. All right. What is going on with this wood? Where is the wood going? Where is this truck? Oh, I know where it's going. It's feeding our iron. That's what it's doing. It's feeding this coal burner. That's why. Okay. So it should be done now. Yeah. So we got 18 in there. And it's buffering. So that's where our wood is going. All right, now we got storage done. Okay, there we go. Now, we should be okay to do this. And here's the storage right here. And loose. And I'm going to put this baby right here. Like so. I'm going to pause it, actually. And, oh, we don't have the transports yet. There's basic diesel. Okay, cool. And where... Okay, let's take a look at where the transports are. Construction 2. Oh, it's up here. It's way over there. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm glad I paused that then. All right, let's see what we got going here. All right, that's finally done. And I'm assuming it's going to keep bringing the wood over there. So I think I'll cut and we'll come back. I'll bring back when we're ready to do this next task, and then we'll end it. Okay, looks like we have 40 wood in here finally. So all we do is go to trade with a village, click on this village icon here, and now we can trade. Now look at the unity. We're at 36 right now, and if we click this button, bam, it goes down by a half. We get a nice little cash register sign. And we get bricks and construction parts. And now we have new tasks, which we'll work on next time. I most likely will stream this. So, watch out for a stream 2. It'll be stream 02 or it'll be an episode 2. I'm not sure yet. But this, I think this will release... yeah, I might do episode 2. Because by the time I stream this, it'll be 7 days from the time I release it or whatever. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I highly recommend this game. This game is amazing. If you love building games with colony management, this is for you. The graphics are amazing. They've done an amazing job between the release on Steam to now. I think they've added an amazing amount of, like, a lot of things that I wanted are in the game. They've moved some stuff around to make it a little better. So these guys are top notch, man. They're really good guys. Two guys doing development. I don't know if they've added any more to the team or not, but they've got a community manager now. So they've got like a guy doing the communications and handling all that stuff. So yeah, awesome game. Highly recommended. So look out for maybe an episode 2 between now and the stream is now what I'm thinking. So we'll pick up this next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.